Those are the headlines. Thank you for joining us here at France 24 for this latest news update. Well, we go first to Egypt, where a familiar scene of tension and anger in Tahrir Square has turned into major celebrations after Mohamed Morsi was declared the new president on Sunday. As you can see from the latest images, thousands of his supporters are continuing their chanting and dancing in the sweltering heat of the night. The Muslim Brotherhood candidate secured the top job by taking 51.7% of the vote, according to officials. Well, phone calls of congratulations have been coming in for Morsi from world leaders, including US President Barack Obama, who's pledged US support for Egypt's transition to democracy. We're joined now by Philip Crowther from Washington. Philip, Obama passing on that goodwill gesture, but also offering his commiserations to the losing candidate Shafik.
Yes, two phone calls coming from the White House, one for Shafik, the other one for Morsi. A very cautious approval, this one from the White House, for that election that has just become official. That phone call with Mohamed Morsi, the president-elect, as you say, a congratulatory message from the White House. This is a very uncertain time in the region, as we all know, but also a very uncertain time for that relationship between the United States and Egypt. The White House says it urges Mohamed Morsi to reach out to all parties. And as you say, there was also that phone call with Ahmed Shafik, the White House urging him to continue to play a role by supporting the democratic process. The White House has to tread very, very carefully in this relationship that it's still trying to build.
And obviously many shared interests in the past, and certainly that long-running past between Egypt and the US. But Obama must be wary somewhat of that Islamist rule and political agendas that await.
Yes, certainly it creates a little bit more uncertainty in the region. A ruling Muslim Brotherhood, in theory at least, wouldn't have sounded good to the White House before the election, but there was no preference expressed by the Obama administration before the vote actually happened. Now, the United States, it doesn't just want a relationship with Egypt, it wants an alliance, and there is indeed already one, a military alliance more than anything, with very, very large quantities of U.S. military aid going towards the Egyptian army already. That alliance did exist. The strong alliance between the US and Egypt did exist with former President Mubarak. And from what you heard there from Mohamed Morsi in his speech, he says he brings a message of peace and will comply with international treaties. Now, that sounds very good to the US. It means that it will concentrate on that peace deal that already exists between Egypt and Israel. That is the kind of stability that the United States would want to see from Egypt.
Philip Crowther, thank you for that update there on the US reaction to Morsi's appointment. Well, moving to other news, and in Syria, surging bloodshed saw at least 76 people killed on Sunday, many of them soldiers, as they clashed with rebels. Shelling and heavy fighting were also reported in Deir ez-Zor and Homs, as you see in the images there on your screens. Activists have also described more battles in Aleppo and Idlib provinces. That is all the news for now. We're back with another update in 20 minutes.